friends, and welcome to Mystic Star Magic. Thank you so much for being here. I am so happy you are here. Thank you if you are new and you're giving me a try. I really appreciate getting a chance to read your cards. And if you're one of my older friends who's been with me for a while, thank you for coming back. So it's been a minute. So today's reading is going to be the blessings that are coming for you in the next 30 days. It's actually kind of came about with me wanting to actually do a 30-day, like what's happening in the next 30 days, and also wanting to plug in with this beautiful full moon energy that we just had recently. But whenever you watch this, it is like a timeless reading. But I kind of was a little slow on that. I'm just like, sometimes I just, I don't know. It's sort of like I feel like I'm walking through mud in terms of wanting and like needing to get everything done. So I always give like major props, and like I'm amazed by all those readers who like actually do like readings consistently. So props to them. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at each pile. So this is going to be your pile 1. So these are for the blessings that are coming your way. So it's very exciting for the next 30 days. And then within the next 30 days, right? This is pile 2. And so if you do find that this reading is helpful, and you get 2 cards, group 3. And so this is for you for group 3. And if you do find value in this reading, please do consider subscribing. Please consider giving a thumbs up. Or if you don't feel like any of those, if you can watch the reading in its entirety, I would be very grateful to you. Okay, so let's go ahead and clear our mind and just take a deep breath in. Close our eyes. Oh, shift around a little bit. Yeah, I'm feeling like the shifting. And then as you exhale and open your eyes, choose whichever pile draws you to it. All right, let's do this. My friends from group 1, so thank you so much for being here. If you're new, thank you for giving me a chance to read your cards. And if you're one of my friends who's been with me before, I am so grateful you came back. So let's get into it. So what is happening, or like what blessings are coming your way for in the next 30 days? Like I said, I actually we're gonna leave this till the end. It's my way to kind of get you here, but it's also because that's an important energy. I did want to do like what's happening next 30 days, but I also wanted to do the connect to the full moon energy that just kind of happened recently. Timeless reading though. So this is what I came up with, and I'm actually quite excited about it. So let's go ahead and start with it. And this is the Wish Oracle by V Love and Tarot. If you know me, you know I love her oracles. I also love, I love oracles by readers. It's just because they have this energy to them that is very different from everything else, because they're readers. Not to say I don't like any other oracles, I just do. Okay, so let's look at this. So what kind of blessings are coming here? We are actually seeing healing, and I do have the tarot here. I'm gonna look at it after this, but we want to say there's some healing. So I really am liking this, and this is my Whimsical Oracle Black and Gold Edition, and this is going to be on sale, and it's retiring. As you know, this might be retiring too, so you can find these 2 oracles on Etsy. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to organize my thoughts so this will come out really well. So what I'm seeing here is a really strong message that I want to say is that even if, and I feel like it's a little bit for me as well, even if there is like a pause, even if there is like, if you're feeling like I said in the intro, if you're kind of like dragging your feet, or if you're feeling like you're a little bit stuck in mud right now, that is okay, my friend. And then that's the important thing here, I feel like, because this blessing that's coming the next 30 days is that this being stuck, this dragging your feet, is actually helping you in healing something that you weren't able to see before, like that you're maybe ignoring. So whenever there is an app, like I would say like a bump in the road, or when you're hitting a wall, like me, like, you know, like you're just like, I want to do this, I want to do this, but like whatever it is that this is, whether it's like love, whether it's career, whether any of those things, your own, like maybe your YouTube channel if you have one, or like a shop if you have one, um, friendships could also be something. We are in, like right now it is in Venus retrograde. If you haven't seen the video, I did have the blessings that are happening for that. But what I'm seeing here for you is that all of those blocks are not working against you, but working for you. There's a sense of you needing to heal. So this is what I'm seeing here for you. This is a blessing. So it may not feel like a blessing. When I was like, I feel like I'm dragging my feet. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's been a minute since I've actually filmed something, and like I felt like a bit of like, you know, like it, to be honest, it's just like a fail for me. It's like I want to do this, but it just isn't coming. It's sort of like when you want to sing and it just like your voice just doesn't want to come like out, or if it comes out it's all scratchy or something. I'm not sure if anybody has that. I'm not a singer, but so this is actually very good because you are healing from it. So, but what I'm seeing here is also the other message with this, that you're waiting, this thing of like, you don't feel like you're like messing up. Like I said, like I felt like a bit of a failure. I'm like, oh, fail again. But that isn't it. It's actually, you are on course. You are on your right path. You are where you're supposed to be, right? There's a need for you to gain more confidence. I really want to say, also have faith in yourself and also in spirit or in God, that you are being led, not led. No, that's not the word I want to use. That you are stepping in the right direction, that you are, you know, that you continuously are on this like amazing path that is always leading you to your highest good, right? So this, I feel like you are on course. Have more confidence. And with this, also with the dog, there is a sense of almost, I feel like God's spirit wants to say like, I'm loyal to you, or like, we're like, their dogs are very like loyal. They're there to support us. I really like, I love cats, don't get me wrong, but dogs, they're there to really support. I mean, they really, really do. So I feel like that's what I'm seeing here. Have confidence in yourself, and also like have confidence in spirit and God. Yeah, you're on course. You're heading to where you need to be. There, the pause or whatever it is that is here, that it's leading for the healing. So in order for that piece to fall, and then boom, you're actually going to propel forward. So this is a very big blessing. You may just not like be aware of it. So with these two things, we do need to adapt, right? And so this like adapting, and we even have the wheel here, which is sort of like the wheel of fortune. And that is like, to me, it's always like the knowledge that there is ebb and flow to everything, right? There's ebb and flow to our life. There's expanding and contracting within our life. It's like even nature is just expanding and contracting. That's how we are. So allowing yourself to have that ebb and flow. Like, for example, for me, I shouldn't have like been beating myself up over like, hey, I'm not like doing what I want to do. Like, I'm not achieving what I want to achieve, right? That's like, I know it's kind of goes against the grain in terms of like, we're told that we have to like, success is very important, and we have to like, you know, like, what is it called? Hustle, right? There's the hustle mentality. And not against that at all. I'm just, sometimes there's a pause for a reason. It's sort of like you need to have that breath in so that you can continue talking. That makes sense. I don't even know what like that. And so what I'm seeing here is that what you want, whether it's a dream job, whether it's a dream relationship, whether it's a dream house, dream like child, whatever it is that like you've been dreaming of, like the dream job there is like especially highlighted there, but like it's really the dream. It's sort of like the expansion. It's sort of like, look at that, like opening your arms wide and like almost just accept, like things are working out, like things are coming your way. You need not fret over it. And I was also here with that beautiful like yellow shirt. I've been really attracted to yellow a lot, and that is all about our solar plexus, and it's all about confidence. And it's more of like having confidence in ourselves. So when we feel like we have to hustle, or we have to hustle, we might just be coming from a place of not confidence or joy or passion, but rather because we feel we have to, or we feel scarcity in some aspect. Very like, okay, Spirit, you are just totally. So this is a blessing because you're realizing all of these things. You're realizing that whatever it is that you've been dreaming, it's coming. You're learning how to have confidence in yourself and in trusting in Spirit and God. And knowing that you are on your path here, and allowing the pause here for the healing. And so very many blessings here for you. I'm like, oh, look at that. Yeah. Look at that. Yes. And yeah, we're moving away from, like, I really do feel like for some of you, and this is like sort of the big one. I'm kind of like reading it like this. This is the overall energy. This is the blessings. The blessings is that you're leaving tumultuous times, you're leaving chaotic times, you're leaving that stuck energy. I know. I'm like, yes. And look at what you have. You have an Ace of Cups, you have an Ace of Wands. You're beginning something even better. You're moving forward. The Queen of Wands is all about creativity, about joy, about passion, things that like excite you. This is where the fulfillment comes in, right? So for me, it really is like you were stuck in some way, because that's just the energy that I'm feeling. And that being stuck was, like I said, it's actually for you to clear, for healing to happen, because now you have new possibilities coming for you. And that's the big blessings you do. You have a possibility of like maybe for some of you, like I said, it was like a new home coming through, a new place that you're moving through, maybe travel for some of you, because we do have the Six of Swords, and I feel like with this Ace of Wands there's travel. So those of you who are traveling, I'm getting a big message of like possibility of love big time coming through here. Yeah, so traveling, like vacation or something, that might be something that's happening. Or if you're moving location, there is like a lot of new beginnings for you there. I do think that the Queen of Wands is really guiding you, though. Like right now, like it's the perfect time for you to be leading with your passion, with creativity. Like it's a time for creation, and this will give you this Six of Pentacles. So Six of Pentacles is lovely because we have well, I want to say, and it's like right there is there's more than enough for everybody. I know that we are taught through many different things, like in movies, TV, even in school, like there's a scarcity of things. Like the scarcity goes on. There's scarcity of time, scarcity. And so what the Six of Pentacles is really, that it is the sense of enough. There's more than enough for others. There's more than enough for yourself. But it comes from like this balance of when your mindset is not of scarcity, but rather of abundance, then you're able to be like you're able to live in abundance, right? If you're coming from a place of scarcity, you're always going to be in a place of scarcity, right? Unless you shift that mindset. And this is what I'm seeing for you. You're shifting your mindset here. You're shifting these 30 days. You're shifting your mindset to understand, hey, you know what? I am abundant. Like I'm naturally abundant. You can give because freely. You can give freely, right? Because you know you'll receive. You're also understanding in the Six of Pentacles that when you give, you have like there's a sense of being open to receiving, right? There's ebb and flow in that as well. So look, I wish I could show you. It's sort of like there's so many cycles, and this is, I feel like the Six of Pentacles is that beautiful cycle of you give and then you receive, or you receive and then you give. Like there's this like, but never is it closing yourself off and not, right? It's sort of like if you're coming at it from scarcity, that's you closing your hands. So you're closing your hands, right? You have what you have in your hands, but then you're not able to receive the things that are coming your way. Yeah, somebody else might not be able to take this, but you're also not able to receive what, spirit God wants to give you. And that for some of you is it's the dream job. So I'm actually feeling this message that I'm coming through here. If you are feeling like, if you're feeling like you're stagnant in your job and you're not really liking it, and you're just going through the motions, and I don't recommend, for those of you who this resonates, it's sort of like, maybe put out your resume, maybe start looking for a different job, because there's a better job out there for you. And so I'm also going to say that for relationships too, actually. So if, and it could be friendships, it could be love relationships. And I'm not saying like end this one relationship, but what I'm saying here is that, like, for example, there is more. Don't shut yourself off, or don't settle just because there's a fear of scarcity, right? There's a lot of potential and opportunities for like soul fulfillment, heart fulfillment, creative fulfillment, passion fulfillment. So don't just, don't count yourself out. All right, let's see what we have for you. This is sort of like what we're surrendering. So surrender fear. Yes, exactly. And because that's what the scarcity is, right? To me, scarcity, like fear is a form of scarcity. And I actually think scarcity and fear are just basically the same, right? You have this fear of scarcity. You have this idea of there will never be enough, that you will not be loved, or whatever it is that you have those. So that's what it is here. So like, and here we even see that again, there's a sense of confidence that your solar plexus is really calling here. Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment, focus on the solution, and celebrate every baby step forward. And you are making baby steps forward, right? So this is a gift. Like, this is the blessing. You're surrendering this fear. Let's see what other things. So find balance. Yes, that's the giving and the receiving. Not closing your hand. Yes, like, but really, or closing your heart off either, or even your mind. Don't close off your mind. That's actually something that's also important, because we tend to think one way when we really need to be open to divergent, different points of view, right? Not everybody's gonna think the same, and that's like a wonderful thing. You might get new perspective if you listen to, like, and I'm like, maybe it's your mom, maybe it's your grandma, maybe it's like somebody you're like, oh, they have no idea what they're talking about. But if you actually take the time, there might be a grain of truth, or more than a grain of truth. It might be a whole kernel, or a corn. I have no idea why I'm going with that, but there's a whole bunch of things that you were needing to hear, but you were closing off your mind, closing off your heart. So you couldn't hear it, you couldn't see it. So open up. Oh, Spirit, you kill me, man. In the best possible way. I love that. So open up. The change, yeah. Close, no more. We're moving forward. So fiery climax is approaches, and that's, for me, this fiery climax is that you're finally surrendering the fear. Yeah, like, and that's the moving forward. This is such a beautiful energy. And be bold and make the first move. And that could be in terms of love, right? And in terms of new career, in terms of something, whatever it is. I'm not saying, okay, jump the job, but now I feel like what I'm seeing is that there's possibilities out there. And so if you've been single for a long time and you're like, I'm always gonna be single, I'm like, yeah, that's the scarcity, that's the fear talking. Put out feelers, like, I don't know, try Match.com. Go to a place like invite your friends and see if somebody like kind of has a get together or something. It's what I'm gonna say to you is say yes to something this next 30 days. It will pan out, especially if it's in your intuition. It's just that your fear, when you feel your fear is kind of like pulling you back, just move ahead with it. And the fear, I mean, of scarcity, a fear of like rejection, fear of like that, not like actual fear, like, oh my goodness, it's really dark outside and I might, like, something might happen. No, that fear is okay. Listen to that fear, not the fear of scarcity. Hope that makes sense. All right, so love this, love this, love this. Let's turn it over to see what it is. Okay, so I know myself deeply and I find my self-worth, and there is an eclipse here that means that there is, for me, the eclipse is a very strong changing time for you. So you are changing, you are seeing, like, you are like this healing, you are seeing things that you've been blinded to. Next 30 days, I feel like your eyes are going to be open, and you're going to be open to the new possibilities that are within you and outside of you, my friend. With that, I'm going to actually leave it here, but thank you so much for being here. I feel so beyond honored that I was able to read your cards. If you did find value, or like if you this reading resonated, all my friends from group 2, very excited that you are here, my friends. So what is this, right? This is all about the blessings that are coming in the next 30 days. And if you didn't hear my intro, it is because I wanted to do what's happening in the next 30 days. And I also wanted to do, like, tune into this moon energy. I wanted to do a full moon reading. I was feeling a bit stuck in that energy, and I just couldn't do it. And I feel like this is better. And I feel like this is what I meant to give you, which is the blessing that are coming for you in the next 30 days. And then what else did I want to say? So thank you so much if you are new, for giving me a chance to read your cards. And if you're one of my friends who's been, like, even if you were just here the other time, I'm grateful that you're coming back. I really am. It just helps the channel grow, and it really motivates me. Like, if you know, of course you do. All right. Let's go ahead and see what blessings are coming for you, my friends, in the next 30 days. I really am excited about this for you. Okay. Okay. I'm not doing reversals. Okay. And I don't do reversals for oracle cards at all. Okay. It's exciting. Okay. Let me just get my bearings. What blessings are I seeing for you? Okay. So the big blessings that I'm seeing here is almost like, which is really weird. I'm actually going to go look at this baggage. It's kind of like, I feel like you're carrying a very heavy load. And it's funny because I know you're great. Like, I normally would say, oh, you're going to drop the load. I actually feel like this load is something important to you. Like, and so it's not like, let's say, it's not an external load. It's actually something like this baggage that you're carrying is actually, there's some value there. There is, so maybe you are taking on a lot. Maybe this next 30 days, you're like, I feel like you are either, you're going full into something. You're either like, I don't even know. It could be, it feels like it might be like a project, but it could also be like you're going full into a relationship. Like, there is, like, it's something that you're going full in. And so this may feel like a bit overwhelming to you. Like, it feels like, oh my goodness, you're taking on a lot. But what I'm seeing here, and I love this, is that this actually is not, it looks like baggage, but it's actually gold. Like, it looks like it's a lot, but it's going to pan out. It's gonna be worth whatever effort or whatever, I'm going to say struggle, even though I don't usually like to use that word, but yeah, whatever struggle that you're going through, like in terms of, like, for example, you're starting a whole new, a whole new YouTube channel. Like, I don't know, like that just popped in, or like you're coming up with a new oracle, because that's sort of what I do. So, or you're starting a whole new, like, lifestyle change, like, like a exercise regime or something like that. You're taking something new on, and so it feels like it's a lot because you're in the process of changing, right? You're in the process of it kind of like leading to, like, the very beginning of things. It's sort of like heavy. You still have to deal with some of the past stuff, but this is so important because it is this gold. Like, it is important. It's not something you're just going to dump. It's something that's going to pan out in some way. Okay. And like, for me, the safe haven is part of it. It's sort of like, Okay, but I do want to say this. So I do feel like you are taking on a lot, and it's not a bad thing at all. It's actually good for you here. But what I'm gonna say is sometimes you're going to need, even taking this, you're going to need a pause, a little break, a little respite, right? You're going to need to rest for a little bit and maybe indulge, right? There's no okay. The message that I'm seeing with this is that you don't have to rush this. You don't have to like pull it until there's nothing for you to like, until you're just like, okay, I can't do it anymore, right? You don't want to burn out, my friend. And so what I'm seeing here is the blessing here is of this like something that's amazingly awesome. I don't like, like it general reading, so I can't really be specific here. But it does feel like it's just this potential for happiness for you. I mean, the indulge here is totally me. For me, is sort of like an Ace of Cups. And so what I'm seeing here is that it's okay to stop in this safe haven. Like a safe haven, you just kind of pause, right? There's a time if you need to take a break, you can take a break. If you need to like stop carrying this and indulge in something, in fact, please do. I'm actually going to say, like, please do take a break, right? You're pulling on, you have all these amazing ideas. I'm not telling you not to go with all these amazing ideas or go all in with all things, but if you need to like take a break, or if you need to indulge, if you need indulging, could be like, for example, if you're in a relationship and you're going full in, but you need a little breather because you need some, maybe you're an introvert like me, and so you need a little alone time, take that out, go for it. If you're starting a whole new exercise regime, I have no idea why that's going here, but if you need a little like treat to yourself, like go for it. Like, this is what I'm saying. It's sort of like, do not do not try to like, being all in is okay. I just don't want you to, how do I say it? How do I explain it? I want to say being blinded to your own, like, to yourself and to your needs. Okay, don't be blinded to your own needs and what you need, like yourself is asking you. Yeah, so I feel like that's where the justice comes in. So there's a sense of you needing to find this balance. I also feel like good karma is here for you. Love that. Good karma. It's like all the things you've been working on is like, it's coming the next 30 days. There's like good karma, good luck coming here for you. I do love this imagine, because for me, it's sort of like whenever you're having, like, I want to say you might have doubts, right? Because it's natural. Or you're having doubts, or you're having this like, oh my goodness, I'm taking on so much and I'm feeling like, right? Ask yourself why you're doing it. Imagine what you're what you're accomplishing it, right? So if you're going all into this connection, imagine like what it really is to have have somebody be there to support you, right? The friendship, have like a thriving YouTube channel, have like whatever it is, like I like I said, I have like too many things. Or like if being healthy is your thing, then like imagine yourself like feeling like energized, right? So there's a sense of that, but not like I really want to say sometimes we just, and I want it, like, it's almost like I'm saying don't go all in. No, go all in, right? But when you need to like, when yourself, your inner self says, hey, we need a little like indulgent moment, we need a little time out, give yourself that. You're not, it's okay to do that. Sort of like, I think that's a thread throughout all that, throughout the readings, because it was mentioned in group 1 as well. So friendship, and so for some of you there might be friendship here. The elephant for me is again abundance coming through here. Like, friendship for me is also like being friends with yourself as well, and even being friends with like whatever it is that you're taking on. Like, there's value here. I hope that makes sense. I really do, because sometimes I'm just like, oh, does it make sense? All right, let's see. Eight of Pentacles. Okay, look at this. Lovely. Okay, so the overall energy here is the Star, and that is all about healing, but it's also hopeful, being optimistic. imagining all these amazing, awesome like things happening, because this is the blessing that you're getting. You're getting, yes, you're taking on a lot, but it's a blessing because it's getting to you to where you want to be, right? Um, and I feel like there is like, yes, there's a sense of like healing. There's a sense of being bright light. Like I feel like you're feeling fulfilled in ways that you've never felt before. We do have the devil card here, and I feel like that's our self-doubt. Um, yeah, I feel like that's the self-doubt here. But the Knight of Wands is saying, no, like keep going. But like I said, keep going with that sense of like you're going all in. That's fine. Like that's the passion, that's the creativity. You're going all in. That's okay. But when you need to rest and indulge, right? I almost feel like celebrate like the steps you've taken, which is very similar to group one. You have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles indulges because it's like he sees all that he's like all the work that he's put in before, and he sees like, well, look what I've accomplished, and so let me take a pause. Let me indulge in like enjoying what I have, right? I have no idea who's calling. I usually don't have calls, but because I do not have friends, really, a very limited amount of friends. I can count them in my hand. All right, so Eight of Pentacles. So you're working, like I said, the baggage that you're taking, whatever it is, that's the work that you're doing, and it's leading you to this amazing things that are coming. I don't feel like you're gonna feel part of it, like you're gonna feel like accomplished in one way, but I also feel like there's still more to go, right? But don't like the self-doubt come in here. Don't let the part of you, which I now I see where you have the imagine and we have the star. Like I love this. Look, you go from the devil, you go to the star. It's sort of like you understand. It's sort of like you have self-doubts, you have all these thoughts of like, it might even be other people who just come and go like, you're never gonna make it. Those negative Nancy's. But those are what I usually call they criticize others or they poo-poo others because they themselves are not allowing themselves to grow, to try new things, and so it's really hard for them to see somebody else doing that. Yeah, so you keep on healing, you keep on shining your light, you keep on doing your own thing, you keep on keeping on, right? Not, I'm not saying you like exhaust yourself, because I'm saying yes, there's times when you can pause, enjoy, like you're like, oh wow, look, I've accomplished in like the last 30 days. And for like, yes, you're like, oh my goodness, some of you are saying it's not enough, and it's okay, there's still more work ahead. Still more work ahead, right? But that doesn't mean that you can't acknowledge, you can't celebrate where you are right now, my friend. And that's what I'm feeling. Like your blessing is that um I also feel like for some of you, I want to say like there's friendship for you. For some of you, somebody younger who has who's fiery temperament, who's very creative, might help you in here. Or for others of you, it is this King of Pentacles, which is somebody who's very grounded, somebody who's established, who's very confident, and as I actually also feel like very laid back, but willing to help. So if you're looking for help, be willing to ask for it. Like there's always what I'm saying here. Yeah. All right, let's see what other things are coming through here for you. Let's see what we have. Blessing. Oh, look at that. Surrender to play. Yeah, so this is a blessing to play. So take a break from overthinking a goal, do something fun. Play is a time of creation and rejuvenation. Yes, that's what I'm saying, right? I'm not saying like, I'm like, yes, go all in. so happy you are here, my friends. All right, and then yeah, when I was like shuffling, there was like this little, like a little, like gold speck of like sequin. I think that's what they're called. So there's just like I want to say like there's gold or money coming your way. So yeah, very excited for you. Let's see what blessings you have. So if you didn't hear the intro, this was kind of like my way of I've been wanting to do like what's happening in the next 30 days, but I also wanted to like tune into this beautiful full moon energy that just happened. Timeless reading though. So when you watch this, it's meant for you to hear because you're in the right place, my friend. So this is what I came up with, and I really love this because, well, I love doing blessing readings just because I like it's one of the most like positive like energies out there. Totally love it. And so we're gonna see what blessings you have in the next 30 days. Ooh. I forgot to say group one with this group two. I mean, this is the Wish Oracle by V Love and Tarot, and this is my Whimsical Oracle Gold and Black and Gold edition. And this, both of these, I believe, are retiring, and you can find them on Etsy if you need it. Okay. Oh, I love it. Oh, yes. Okay. We already have the twin flame, so if you're not on a twin flame, that's okay, my friends. But if you are, we already see something very positive developing here for you. Okay, let me take that out of like let's go into that. I rather just get that because like if you're not, it's okay. Just bear with me for a little bit, and it will make sense. So if you are in the twin flame journey, right, and if you are, how do I say, if you're in a no contact situation currently, or if you are in contact but there's like static or like, you know, like a little bit of tension there, what I'm seeing here is that there is a lot of like well, we have the positive change. So I feel like you like things are changing, like this person is actually changing, there's thoughts are changing, there's growth here for you and for them as well. And so what I'm seeing here is this beautiful change here. But what I do want you to see is that with the self-control here is that you don't have to focus on it. You don't have to like think about this person. Like, you know what I mean? Like you don't have to obsess. Not enough. Like I'm not like, oh, there's no judgment in that. I'm just saying, like, you know, like, let's be honest. Sometimes we watch, like, I know for myself, I watch a whole bunch of like love readings, right? Especially like twin flame kind of thing. I was like, oh yeah, let's find out, right? And it's beautiful, nothing wrong with that, but sometimes it could just feel a little bit too obsessive. And so this self-control with this play is beautiful because it's actually telling you that there's no need to how do I say it, like instead of like obsessing on for you know of like with this twin flame or like the no contact, it's time for you to play. It's time for you to like enjoy the now, my friends, because you have the victory that awaits. I do find the protection is that I'm seeing here is that if you have the self-control, if you're not obsessing, if you're actually turning your focus on things that are pleasurable to you, like you're like, oh my goodness, I can get to do this, that's when the victory awaits. That's when the victory happens. And so this is beautiful for you for like the next 30 days. It is all about, I feel like growth is really what I'm seeing here for you. And so that was for my twin flame friends. Now I'm gonna go for my those of you who are not in a twin flame and who are just going like, oh, okay. So what I'm seeing here and what I've been thinking about with this twin flame card is actually it's also very much a celebration. It's all about like yeah, it to me it's sort of like celebrating could be an accomplishment. Like when you do get a cake, and with candles, it's like you have an anniversary, you have a birthday, whatever it is, it's a sort of like there is a sense of celebrating that there's this positive change. I feel like that's what I'm seeing, that you've changed, you're on the way, you're not quite there. And I'm gonna be honest, it's sort of like, yeah, you're on the way, you are making your way towards where you want to be. And it could be like, for example, like you're changing there's a lot of the next 30 days, I just feel like there's a lot of like energy for change. a very beautiful, positive change like that. But it's also like a sense of like the next 30 days, and I'm talking to you, but I'm also talking in general, is all about like ideas. You're starting like I would say it's a perfect time for planting or for tending to the ideas or desires or wishes that you've been wanting, right? It's sort of like this protection for me. It's like nurturing that, nurturing the ideas, nurturing the the steps that you've already taken, like nurturing the change that you've already accomplished. Like there's a sense of protecting yourself, but it's more than that. It's sort of like you might even have, for me it's sort of like you have this idea of what you want, right? You're headed towards you want to be. Could be like it could be a life purpose, it could be like, to me it just overall sense of you have a vague maybe or a very detailed idea of what you want next, right? The next 30 days is about kind of celebrating that you're taking the steps towards it, but also protecting and nurturing that image or that seed that you're planting, right? The self-control here is for those of you who this is not about twin flame, is not really obsessing about when is it going to happen. So I don't want you to be the little kid, nothing wrong with the little kid that's saying like, when is, like, are we there yet, are we there yet, are we there yet? Because you're not looking outside at the window and you're not enjoying the scenery, right? You're not saying, hey, oh my goodness, there's cows over there. Oh, or like, wow, look at that cool sign over there. Or like, oh, this person looks kind of funny. It could be a character, right? So that's what I'm seeing here. You are on your path, my friend. And this is a beautiful path. And you don't, I almost feel like what I really feel like God in spirit is trying to tell you is that you don't have to like obsess about it, right? You like, instead of like being so like focusing on it, yes, protect it. Like have this idea, protect that, especially for me that, oh yeah, thank you. The protection is of that inner childlike wonder of just taking that one step at a time, or actually enjoying like looking at everything, right? And then we have, that's part of this play, right? The inner child wonder, playing. You're gonna get to your destination. The victory, it awaits. It's almost like you're already there. Your 5D is already like, has already accomplished that. Your 3D is kind of making its way to there, and your 5D is saying, hey, but don't miss out on the beautiful like scenery. Don't miss out on the fun that you can have along the way, right? Don't obsess about the outcome, but rather enjoy it, the whole process. Oh, look at that. I love that. Okay. Oh, yes. Oh my goodness. And you have the 4 of Wands. So yeah, totally. I'm like, this could definitely feel like a twin flame. and I'm also like the non-twin flame. Also here we have this. Okay. Here we have, first, I want to say the 9 of Cups to me is definitely a wish fulfillment. That is to me the victory that comes there. I'm seeing here, what I am seeing, like the 5 of Swords is what I would say, like the obstacles and overcoming that you're overcoming, right? This is all the blessings that are coming your way in the next 30 days. I'm hoping this makes a lot of sense. And so you're actually overcoming, I think, your ego here. The 5 of Swords to me is a false self victory, right? It's a victory where you sacrifice a part of yourself, right? Or you sacrifice, in this case I feel like you're sacrificing the joy of the accomplishment of the path. You're not looking around at the big change in you, right? The big change in you, because I really do feel like this is like you're growing. Like you're not noticing the growth. You're just like, I have to, like, you're forcing your way here, and that's not what Spirit or God wants you to have. That we do have the 6 of Cups here, and again, that's the connection to the inner child wonder and playing. It is also all right, I'm gonna, like I did before, I'm gonna go into this as if this is the love reading twin flame, right? So please bear with me if you're not on that journey. Just hear me out. So for those of you who are this twin flame, I do feel like the 6 of Cups is telling me that this other person is really thinking about you. It's really like there's a sense of nostalgia being called here. Really, I almost feel like wishing for simpler times. There is a sense of like I said, Nine of Cups, there's a wish fulfillment that comes through with this Four of Wands. Four of Wands is stability, finding home. Like I feel like you will, like, if you're doubting it, when I'm seeing this the next 30 days, you'll understand that it's gonna work out. You don't have to obsess about it at all, because it is working out. The Four of Wands is coming for you. We do have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is almost here for you. It's almost like you're wanting to take control. You're wanting to, like, the being right is better than being happy, and it's not true. Being happy is much better. Really. And then we have the defense and the protection. I feel like it's almost like these are all these, like, it could be your ego, it could be all your negative thoughts, it could be all your self-doubts, all of this, and you're defending yourself against them because you are in a higher state. Here with us, that is the protection that you have. So that's a beautiful thing. And so if you're not in the twin flame journey, it really is about remembering this inner childlike wonder. It is from the Six of Cups to the Nine of Cups. It's actually telling us how you're going to achieve this victory, how you're going to be finding this happiness. It is really 100% through this play. It is 100% through this, like, nurturing your inner self, your inner child very strongly here, not letting the ego, not letting the adult self, like, like, and I don't mean the adult self, like, because there's nothing wrong with your adult self. It's just the one where it tells you that, like, you have to sacrifice your joy and happiness in order to accomplish things. That is not true at all. Here you have, like, you are defending, and here actually it wouldn't be, well, it could be your worries and thoughts and everything and fears, but really what I'm seeing here, it might be that all those, like, those times when you were told, oh, you can't do that, right? You can't do this because of the, like, I'm like, especially in school where you're like, you have to sit in a desk and you can't move around, you can't talk. It's like, that is no longer the time for you, my friend. Here is the time for you to enjoy yourself and immerse yourself in that inner child energy, because that is where your success comes from. That is where the positive change lies. Do not, I almost feel like, revisit those shouldn'ts from your childhood, like from like sitting in a desk, or even like where you couldn't really be and express yourself fully, because those aren't real. All right, let's see what other awesome things are coming here for you. So oh, and I actually did not look at these cards at all. Beautiful, yeah. So surrender obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help you bring clarity or even solve the problem. Yeah, and so like, that's what I'm really saying. Like, don't obsess about it. Any of that, not your outcome. Victory awaits. It's what it's coming through here. We have release your blocks, and your blocks, I really are feeling like trying to take control. The ego is trying to take control of this. Know your worth. Yes, you don't, I almost want to say, like, you don't have to listen to that, the negative chatter. You don't have to listen to past things, who you were in the past and who you are now. There's a lot of growth. Take time to breathe out. Yes, take time to play. And then we have expect powerful changes. Yes, we have. You are on your way, my friend. And that's so important. I have, like, I wish I could send you this beautiful energy that I'm feeling for you, because it is like, you are, like, the change is, like, I almost want to say it's divinely done, right? It's divinely timed. It's divinely everything. But maybe you're so focused on it, like, that you're really not enjoying, like I said, you're not enjoying the ride. It's like you're on a roller coaster, and there's so much, like, it's the actual enjoying the ride, right? And then it's over and you're like, oh, what I miss? Like, you missed out on a whole bunch. So don't do that. Powerful change, it's like, it's coming. The victory is awaiting. You don't need to, like, obsess about it. I also have, my words and actions are beauty, compassion, and love. May moon god Beime? I don't know. So your words, your actions are beauty and compassion and love. So those are the aspects that you want to really kind of connect here with. And every day I bring radical self-love to my mind, body, and spirit. And so it really is nurturing yourself, nurturing your inner child. This is the blessing that you're getting in the next 30 days. the next 30 days, there is some sort of victory that awaits you. There is some wish fulfillment that's coming your way. And you don't have to you don't have, I always want to say, like, you don't have to keep bumping your head against something. It's happening. You just allow it to unfold in front of you. Okay, so thank you so much for being here. It really does mean a lot to me that I was able to read your cards. I am like beyond grateful. If you did find value, or if you did like this reading, or you enjoy the channel and want to support it, please do consider giving it a thumbs up, and please do consider subscribing. It really does help the channel grow, and it helps me come back for more. Because I go through my own thing where I'm like trying to get to my destination and I'm not enjoying the ride. I get this. All these readings, I'm always like, I'm there with you. And if you can't do any of those, please consider watching the whole video in its entirety. That also helps. Thank you so much. I am sending so much light and so much love. And until I see you in the next one, my dear friends.